When it comes to growing plants indoors, there is, well, a few little tricks that you need to get right, and particularly up a wall. If you're growing them on a living wall, you need to have the right system to grow them. There's no better place that demonstrates this than right here in Singapore at, well, what is one of the world's leading green hotels. This is the Park Royal Collection, Pickering. The sky gardens in the hotel are simply sublime and feature 4 main terraces overflowing with verdant foliage plants and tropical flowers. The main corridors use plants at every turn, and the entry statement to the hotel is a living piece of art. The water supply and soil work together to sustain and support growth, and one element few people consider is nutrition. Plants on walls need to be fed too, so liquid nutrients are added regularly to ensure the dark green look with this foliage. Now, one of the most critical things to any indoor plant surviving is the light that it gets. Now, on a bright wall like this with direct sunlight coming through there, these plants are doing okay with their light gold foliage. But as you wrap around the corner, it gets a lot darker. Now, the best plants for these kinds of environments are members of the aroid family. That's things like monsteras, those ones with the great big leaves, of course, philodendrons and pothos, which tend to grow up trunks towards the light. These are all under canopy plants. But to get the very best results, well, what you need to do is put them in a situation where they have sufficient light to be able to grow strongly, enough chlorophyll to really look fantastic at the same time. And this is a good example of how you do it. This is a truly beautiful hotel, a unique environment, and nowhere is it more evident than on the wellness floor on level 5, with the 2-metre waterfall gently spilling over as you walk the 300 metres or so of manicured tropical gardens. It's got an infinity pool to die for and colourful cabanas inspired by traditional Chinese songbird cages. How could you not sit and relax and wind down completely in this environment? If there's one tip I'd share with you, it's the use of natural stone. Whether it's the slate tiling of the pathways for use or granite, it's such an amazing way to ground you in what feels like a completely natural setting, except it's 50 metres above bustling Pickering Street. When it comes to tree selection up here, well, there's all sorts of varieties that have been selected, but the one behind me might seem quite familiar. This is the fiddle leaf, or banjo fig, as it's known in Singapore. And it is an incredibly popular indoor plant, probably the most popular indoor plant in the world at the moment. One word of warning, just make sure you've got lots of room for its root system and room for it to grow. It gets quite large. And when it comes to flowers, well, they're used extensively here, with my favourites being the heliconias. These tropical beauties will grow in the southern states if protected from the cold winters. The flowers can be used as vase features, or you can leave them on the plant. It's easy to see how this hotel ended up with being the reputation of the hotel in a garden. It truly is remarkable. Great engineering, unbelievable design, and selection of materials like timbers and natural stones and plants. Look at these exotic beauties. They are just gorgeous. And the thing about this is inspiration for you recreating something similar in your own garden environment. It is possible, and this is your inspiration.